All right. Hey, it's Digit Spin Crypto, and we got an amazing show for today. So we're going to introduce you to something called a Milo Global Wallet. If you have Electroneum, you're going to want to see this. So stick around. I can't tell you.
He's a tech-savvy guy, gonna show you the way. You better load your bags, cause crypto's here to stay. Listen up, gonna teach you about this and that. But he's just a goofy guy in a straw hat. So join in and have a laugh. It's gonna be a good time, that's a fact. Information and crypto parodies. Sit back and enjoy the show. You just never know which way you'll go. So get ready for Digit Spin Crypto.
Hey guys, it's Dino, Digit Spin Crypto. And we're going to have a fun show today. And I'm going to tell you why. Because Milo Global Mate has a product called Milo Global Wallet. Man, there's a lot of globals in there, right? The Global Mate, Milo Global Wallet. You definitely want to talk about the global wallet. Now, let me start off with, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a goofy guy in a straw hat. So don't pretend that I am. Now we're coming at you from our brand new broadcasting station with our 35-inch monitor. You can see this is the bottom of my monitor right there. And from up, so you can see how wide it is. That's how big it is in front of me. The thing is a monster, and it's a lot of fun. And then I got monitors to the right and to the left of me. It's pretty amazing. You can see one of the monitors over there, and I got one over here, and I got one over there, and I got one up there, and I got lights. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of good stuff. Now, let's start off with that. I don't believe that the Milo Global people or Global Mate people expected this to be released early. I know that they were getting ready to, but I don't think that they were prepared by it being accidentally found, which I'm surprised took so long. I mean, I accidentally stumbled across it myself a few months ago, and you know, it's an interesting concept, and it's an interesting piece of technology that is powered by Electroneum. Now, keep in mind, first thing first, and I want to clarify this very clearly, this is not an Electroneum product, Electroneum limited product. This is from Global Mate, okay? It's using, and it's powered by something called an MTU, which is a credit, and they've elected to use Electroneum to power their worldwide wallet. So any issues that you have with this, you will be working or sending tickets or interacting with the Milo Global wallet directly with them. Any coins that are in there is responsibility of Milo Global. All right, this has nothing to do with Electroneum except for the fact that it happens to be using the ETN. They went out of their way to look and see what was the best cryptocurrency for their solution and for their technology to be able to expand and go further. And they chose Electroneum. And a big thumbs up to the folks there at Global Mate for selecting Electroneum. I think it's a wise decision. Now, obviously, Electroneum has nothing to do with it and won't be able to comment on it because it's not their product. Okay, so I'm going to try to get you all the basics, all the information about the global wallet to get you started, the Milo Global Wallet. And I have scheduled on Tuesday an interview with the folks from Global Mate to talk about the product further. I don't know if it'll be live or recorded. I'm tending to think it'll be recorded, but we'll see when that comes along. But if it's recorded, I'll promptly edit it and get it out as fast as I can. And what I'm going to want you to do after the show's over, go down to the towel section in the comments and put any types of questions that you want me to ask the folks, just in case it is recorded, so that I can get those questions answered for you if I don't have them. Now, I want to try to focus specifically on this particular product. The potential for this product, I think, is fantastic. I think that the use of it for Electroneum is going to be amazing. And quite frankly, I think that you're going to be quite surprised. Now, if you want to take a look at what Milo Global is about, you can go to the Milo Global, right there, the miloglobal.com website, and you can take a look at that. Let's take a look quick. I see we got about 50 people watching, which is great. Appreciate that. I got David Frieda out there, the Apple Kid, Frederico the boy, God bless you. And we got Dave Rich out there, Christopher Konami, we got Crypto Man, we got MF, we got Marcus, Plankton, Dave, and Erkin is out there. Jim. How you doing, Jim? Good evening to you, too. He's got stars in his eyes. Eddie Kane's out there. Mehmet out there. Mohammed, he's out there. Appreciate you guys all stopping by, tossing some comments on there. I'm going to give you my spiel first, and then if you have questions about it that I haven't already answered, obviously, drop them into the comments. I will, as you can see, I've placed the comments now, because I have so much screen space, I've placed the comments now directly on the right hand side, so I can kind of get a better feel and see them, and I can try to answer them as we're going along, or if they're relative. So this is good stuff. And let's see what else we got here. Soto Sands out there, and Rodney. Okay, so let's get to the meat and potatoes. Global Mate makes this thing called the Milo wallet, and their intention was to be able to use credits to be able to purchase cell phone minutes. And in a lot of the countries, cell phone minutes are used as cash, because if they don't have a bank account, but they can keep cell phone credits on their phone, which is paid for with whatever fiat that they have, and then they can electronically transfer it. So they're kind of used to being their own bank. And this is the reason why Electroneum has been very successful in a lot of countries where there's a large group of unbanked folks that have chosen or don't have the ability to pay, the monthly fee to have a bank account, because it can be quite exorbitant in many countries. We're extremely spoiled here in the West, and it still can be quite expensive even for us, especially when they start inventing all these ways to charge you each and every month. Now, so this was the basic function of the Milo Global Wallet. Now, there is two wallets. There's a Milo wallet and a Milo Global wallet. You want to obviously stay with the global version if you go and download it from the App Store or the Apple Store. Okay. Now, this is based in the United States out of Utah. And so therefore they follow all of the U.S. regulation. All right. Now, there's going to be more details and information when we do the interview, but I'm going to give you a quick, overview. So they follow all U.S. Laws and regulations. So there are limits of how much money you can buy, how much crypto you can, ETN you can purchase, and how much you can transfer. You're going to have to get KYC'd. You're going to have to go through the process. Put in your ID, smile for the camera, give information so that they know who you are, and be able to register you in the system. So right off the bat, the first thing that's most important is that being that they're in the USA and following all the regulations, you can use this in the United States. And one of the amazing features of the Milo wallet is that you can buy and sell Electroneum through the wallet.
Really?
Really, absolutely. So this is really exciting for simple, easy access to folks. You can, once you get yourself KYC registered, you'll be able to go in there and you can say that you want to purchase Electroneum, and you can then either purchase it by attaching, if you have a bank account, you can attach your bank account and it will create an ACH. If you do an ACH, that could take a couple of days because that process between the banks has to process and clear. If it's outside of the U.S., it may even add an extra day or so. So, you could be 2 or 3 days before you get your credit if you connect to a bank account. It's the same with Coinbase. If you're connected to your bank account, it's 3 to 5 days before funds reach your account, or vice versa. So it's going to be very similar to this. I would imagine it. They'll say 3 to 5 days. It usually happens in a couple, but it can't take that long. If you put in a credit card, as long as your credit card company allows you, you can literally purchase Electroneum right on your credit card. Now, I tried a debit card and just a credit card, and it worked for both. And so I was able to get some Electroneum by using a credit card. Some credit card companies, I guess, if they find out it's for crypto, they may block it. But as of right now, everything seems to work. It's fine, and it won't be because of the Milo wallet. It'll be because your bank doesn't think you're smart enough to know what you're doing with your money. Simple as that. So Mehmet saying, "Hey, how are you, Dino? I'm doing just fine. I've had better years, but so far so good." All right. Now, this is one of the most exciting parts. How it works is their environment worked off of something called MTU credits. So when you transferred and you purchased, you transferred money over into what they call the load. Now, some of the terminology is like for cell phone stuff and doesn't match cryptocurrency, but you would be able to load funds into the wallet. So how it works, it's sort of like if you play Splinterlands, you'll load, you can load money and it turns it into credits. Now once it's credits, you can take it and then spend it in the game. This way everything is 1-to-1. So let's say I do my KYC, I get myself all set up, I can then load the wallet with some dollars. So I can go and to my credit card, I can say I want to load $20 into my credit card. It will take that transaction, and which is almost instantly. It usually happens very fast. if you're using a credit card. It would then load the $20 into the wallet, and it'll load it as what's called MTU. And the MTU is now like your credits. The MTU is now available in your phone, and basically an MTU is $1. Okay, it's as pretty simple as that. It's $1 worth, so it's kind of like a stable coin. All right, you're moving it in. You can look at it that way. So you move it in, and it's one to one. So now I have 20 MTU. All right, so now I can go and click on the Electroneum and say buy. All right, so now I have up to $20 of credit to buy Electroneum if I want to. Now I can also just leave the $20 in the wallet, because I'll explain why in a few moments. But you can just leave the $20 in your wallet. That's because everything has to funnel through that MTU, all right, to be able to be spent or transferred back out as money, because it's a one-to-one. All right, the ETN is another way to power the credits, the MTU credits. So if I want to buy Electroneum, I think Electroneum is going to go up over the next year, and I want to, invest some of it so I can have, $100 worth of MTU credits, and I want to purchase, $20 worth of Electroneum. Well, you can go and say exchange or buy Electroneum, and you put in how many Electroneum you want, or $20 worth, and it will go out. It'll deduct the $20 of credits from your MTU credits, and it'll go out and it'll make the purchase. It'll exchange it for you. It'll automatically go get you some Electroneum. All right, and Milo, from what I understand, and we'll get clarification on this, is going out to an exchange that they have a relationship. That exchange is making the conversion, if they don't have Electroneum on hand, but it'll make the conversion and send that Electroneum back to your wallet. Now, that process for me in the past has taken 2 hours to 24 hours. I notice on the weekend sometimes it's a little bit longer, and it's my belief, and if I remember when I was talking to them, that there's eyeballs on a lot of the transactions, and they take a look at them for security purposes, and believe it or not, I think there's a person that actually eyeballs it and approves it or not. You're right, Eddie. You're 100% correct. So let's see here. Hey, Christian, how you doing there from Costa Rica? So basically, that exchange can take a little bit of time. Now, having said that, I've been told that some folks have, gotten their Electroneum in like 15 minutes. So it can, it locks the price in for you. So it's not like you're going to be out of luck if the price changes, but it can take a period of time. I've seen, this is a small company. They're just really, getting things rocking and rolling. They're, a bunch of bright folks over there, and clearly they see some great potential. Now, over the weekend, my experience is that sometimes it didn't happen until Monday, or so. That was in the very, very beginning. I don't know if they're staffing the eyeballs non-stop or 24 hours a day or just certain hours. So if you do make a purchase, don't get all wacky if you don't see it in those first 2 hours. Most of the time, it's always happened for me in the 24 hours. I had one time it took over the weekend, which was in the very beginning. So that is possible. I would tend to say if you don't get your credit within 48 hours, that you may want to open a ticket. But we'll wait for the Milo folks during the interview. I'm going to ask those types of questions. Let's see here. When to open a service ticket. And see what they recommend as far as times. It should happen within this amount of time, and if it doesn't, contact us. It will go from there. But it's not out of the question. All right. So now you have Electroneum, and you can see it's up on the screen here in this area here. That your Electroneum will show up on how much you have as an available balance. Now, they're going to be adding, I'm sure, features as they go along, just like every project that builds something new and cool. And the Electroneum that's there, you have now credits, and now you have Electroneum. So your Electroneum may be more valuable as time goes along. It could be less valuable as time goes along. So if you were to send it back or exchange it back into credits, it would be sold at that current price. So if the price went up, if you bought it at a penny and the price goes up to 10 cents, obviously you're going to get 10 cents from every Electroneum. Now, one of the good things that I did like about the Milo wallet is that they really didn't go the evil route by raking you over to the coals to do the conversion. And I've been very happy about that. I guess they're taking a very modest fee to do this. I'm not even sure if they're taking a fee. What I can tell you is that I've been very surprised, not only in the sheer ease of which to secure Electroneum here in the United States easily, that the overhead rate, the charging rate, wasn't obnoxious. It was far better than an ATM, and it appears that there's a 5% spread between the buy and the sell at the moment. So it appears it's about 2.5%. So if Electroneum's selling for 10 cents, all right, you're gonna pay 12.5. If it sells for, and then when you go to sell it, you're gonna get 7.5. All right, so there's a 5% spread, but that buy and sell at 2.5% is actually very competitive, even to some of the major exchanges. So it's not bad for considering how easy it is to use. From my perspective, it's one of the cheapest ways to purchase using a simple methodology of securing Electroneum. So I found it reasonable to be able to buy Electroneum. Now, so that will be in there. Now, once it's in your Electroneum, wallet area, so you'll have your credits, you'll have your Electroneum. You can then take your Electroneum and you can, just like you can with your credits, you can send it to any other person with a Milo wallet. You can set up an address book and you say, I want to send it to Bob or Cryptoman. I want to send it to Cryptoman. I click Cryptoman and I want to send you $10 of MTU credits or $10 worth of Electroneum, and I can send that right over to the contact. And that happens relatively fast, that they get their payment. Now, you can take your Electroneum and you can send it outside of the Milo wallet. Now, this is one thing I haven't tested, and a couple of the guys on the DigitSpin crypto community did some tests, and they were sending a few coins to see how long it takes. As of right now, I think some of the guys have been waiting 12 hours and haven't seen anything, and of course we're over the weekend. Now, from what I remember, they have eyeballs on a lot of these transactions. It's probably, if it's less than 100 ETN, it may go automatically. But anything of, I don't know what the number is, but what I can tell you is that a lot of it is eyeballed. So when you're sending it out of their system, it may take a day or two. All right, before it reaches its destination, before they actually transmit the Electroneum out of the Milo wallet, because I believe that they're actually eyeballing these transactions, and we'll ask that question: eyeball transactions. All right, got that written down. That's why I don't forget. I had something my buddies wanted to tell you.
Be sure to smash our like button and subscribe to our channel.
There you go. Especially if you're into Electroneum, this is the best place. You're not going to get more information from anybody. Oh. Hey, what are you doing? Darn Jetsons. Not going to get more information from anybody else on YouTube than DigitSpin Crypto when it comes to Electroneum. Now, so that can take a bit of time. Keeping this list of information here, of questions that I want to have them describe to you. So this is really helpful because it allows you to buy and sell your Electroneum super easy, not even go into an exchange, and be able to keep it in your Milo wallet. Now, you can then sell your Electroneum, and it will give you MTU credits, which again is $1. Each credit is $1. Okay, it's a stable coin type of thing. And from there, you can transfer it back to your bank account. So the process is I buy $500 on a credit card of Electroneum because I think it's going to double. And the price doubles. I put it in his credits. I do the exchange. It gives me the Electroneum. I sit on it. The day I decide to sell it, I exchange it back. It puts credits back into my wallet, and then I can either take those credits and send them back to my bank account. If I have my bank account linked, it'll transfer the money back to my bank account, which obviously can take 2 to 5 days, like any ACH from any company in the world. Now, one of the things, and I'm not going to get into a whole lot of this because I want to let the folks from Milo Global give us the big spiel on it. But one of the things that Milo Global will have shortly is is a credit card powered by the Milo wallet. So you would be able to get a virtual credit card to start, and a physical card soon, and I will let them give the details on that so that there's a reason for him to explain everything and I can ask questions. And basically, you will have your credits in your wallet. You would be able to then transfer those credits to the credit card. I got a tickle in my throat. Hang on a second, guys. I'm going to cough this one and see if I can get this tickle out of my throat. It's killing me. Hopefully that's better. It doesn't seem like it. I got my tea and honey. But it's one of those days you talk and you can feel it raspy on your throat, your esophagus. Ah. So you would be able to take your credits and assign them to your credit card. And with that, you would be able to purchase stuff. It's basically a debit card. It's not a credit card, with Electroneum being your security. So it's you have to preload it. As of right now, you can't take the Electroneum and load it. You have to load the credits. But there's some change to that, and I don't know all the details, and we'll get the information from the Milo folks on Tuesday. And I'm going to write that down. Load MTU or ETN. So the nice thing about this here is that you're going to have an ETN credit card, or powered by ETN credit card from the Milo wallet folks. So if you happen to have purchased 100,000 Electroneum and they hit $1, you'll have $100,000 in your Milo wallet, and you'd be able to move some of that into your credit card, preload it, and then spend it anywhere in the world with that credit card. So that's really, really amazing. The functionality that this wallet will bring is pretty phenomenal. So it's quite amazing, and I wish I could tell you some of the things that they were telling me of where they see this happening, and people that are signing up, and companies that are signing up to use this, and but it's not my place to do that. So when they come on, I'm going to see if I can get them to spill as many beans as possible. But it is very exciting. All right, so now you'll have basically a bank. It's similar to the Electroneum wallet. The Electroneum wallet does other things that are more sophisticated, but for a third-party company to create a wallet that has all these functionalities is pretty amazing. Now, you do have to keep in mind that you're trusting Milo Global, not Electroneum Limited. When you put your ETN on this, all right, Milo Global's the one that has your coins. Okay, yeah, you don't have the keys to them, you don't have anything, so it's theirs. It's always best to keep it directly on the blockchain using the CLI wallet, and then you can move them over, because you can load Electroneum directly in to the Milo wallet. You don't have to buy it. So if you have 10,000 Electroneum, and you could literally send them from your CLI wallet on your PC, or from your Electroneum wallet into the Milo wallet, and have that available to you. So that's pretty exciting, and another neat way of using the Milo wallet. Now, there's a couple of cool things I want to show you on this website. Ghost Particle says, "Yay! I think I see the day I can get a Cybertruck with Electroneum." And Eddie is saying, "Yeah, banks always have control of your money anyways." This is true. So I just want to make sure that you understand that this has nothing to do with Electroneum. This is a Milo product. It just happens to be powered by Electroneum. All right. Now, let's see here. So we went through the parts where you can send funds between the Milo users easily. You can push out information. Some of the things that are really cool about this is they're going to have order the physical cards shortly. If you can see it here on the website, and but they are going to start off with virtual cards, so you can purchase stuff over the internet easily. Now, and here's where you'll get it for iOS or for Android. Now, the one thing I wanted to show you is one of these here. All right, so purchasing Electroneum never been easier, and I do have to admit it was really, really easy. It's something that literally I could show my mom, and she could literally do to be able to buy Electroneum, and it's really, really pretty sweet. And it also supports now multiple fiat currencies, so it does support the euro, those Harry Potter coins used in the UK, and then of course Indian rupees, Turkish dollars, Australian dollars. So this is all good stuff. All right. Now, this here on the Milo Pay, this is kind of neat because you'll be able to pay. Vendors will be able to have set up an account. So if you have a store, you can set up your account and put yourself in the contacts and have the QR code and all that stuff. The user can add you to their contact, and they'll be able to send you payment pretty much instantly. It's an instant payment type of solution, which is pretty neat. The one thing that I like a lot is this Milo Pay. You can basically add the plugin into your WooCommerce on your website and be able to accept the payments directly into it. And if I'm not mistaken, you'll be able to do credit card payments too. See here, small vendors capture small flat fee, enable global commerce. Yes, there's no merchant fees. I wasn't positive if this was just to be able to pay an MTU and Electroneum, or if it allowed you to also use standard credit cards and it would pay through that. I'm going to verify that, but because there's an application and everything for it that you can plug in, which is neat, and then the merchant app. I believe if I remember correctly, you'd be able to accept any type of credit card also and get paid. Now the cool thing would be if they pay you out in Electroneum, and these are something that we're gonna be getting details from the Milo folks, and let's put that on here. Milo payments. Do we get ETN, credit card? And do we get MTU? And if I'm not mistaken, you can get paid in MTU, ETN, or cash. So this is kind of neat. I happen to use WooCommerce, so this is something I'm gonna incorporate into my websites going into the future. So I'll be doing some testing and what have you on that. Now they also, since it was originally designed for top-ups, obviously they have phone top-ups for each country, so you can use your MTU to top up also, which is pretty neat. I'm not positive if you can top up with the ETN directly, or if you have to exchange it first and use the MTU to top up, and we'll ask those questions. But this Milo Payments plugin, I think, is going to be really sexy. From what I understand, you'll be able to pay with Electroneum directly for products, sort of like the Electroneum instant payment system, which is pretty sexy. You'll be able to do that also with the Milo. These guys, for a very short period of time are trying to get as much in there. And Eddie goes, Harry Potter. Yeah, Harry Potter's fun. and be able to get this in. So I'm pretty excited about this, and being able to integrate that also. So that's another amazing addition to this payment structure, this Milo Wallet payment structure. So I think I've covered some of the basics here. If you have any specific questions, now's the time to put it into the chat. And I'm going to go through the chat real quick and go over it. Now, how do I feel about all of this? It's new. It's a new product. So I think that, and it hasn't been probably stress tested by, tons of people using it yet. So, anything new that comes out, there's going to be, slight delays or minor bugs or what have you that will pop up. The testing, I'm sure that they tested it pretty thoroughly. But it's a different test when you start getting, thousands of, tens of thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people using the wallet to do stuff. And, you're trusting a different company, a global mate. They'll earn their reputation as they go along based on their customer service, their interaction, their communication, and the performance of their product. What I can tell you from my perspective, anything new, logic dictates that anything new, you don't go putting all your money on it. All right, you're gonna want to play with it. You might keep $100, $200 on it or something, so you can play with it. You might try transacting with 10 Electroneum, send 10 cents here and there. See how it works. If you're gonna do some testing, always test with a small amount. You don't test with $100. You test with 10 cents. All right, and play with it. You'll earn your own level of it'll earn from you the level of trust that you feel. What I can tell you is that the folks from Milo have been extremely responsive to me with any questions that I may bring forward. They've been upfront. They've answered anything I may ask, even if it was a tough question. They haven't backed away from anything or denied to answer me anything that I've asked. They've given me a reasonably high level of confidence in the product, and that they're creating something here that they really want to grow and make big. And so I more so than not, I feel reasonably confident with them at this point. And I think that they're going to have an amazing product that will be powered by a really cool cryptocurrency and give you a lot of options. And God knows what else they may have up their sleeve to add to the environment as they go along. Maybe they may be able to tell us some stuff, and maybe they haven't thought about it yet. But this is a good product from what it's supposed to do and what it is actually delivering. Has met that. So I would feel comfortable. I keep a few Electroneum on it, and it's been on there for many months, and it's not gone anywhere. It's been always available to me, and I personally will be using the Milo wallet. I personally will see if I can incorporate it into my businesses, and continue with it. They've left me with a good taste in my mouth so far. So that's what I can say regarding that, as far as my personal opinion. And I wish the folks from Milo a huge amount of success. I think it's, like I said, real smart on their part to offer something that works really well, and not try to rake everybody over the coals for the exchange pricing, and give you a realistic exchange rate. And to be able to get a hold of Electroneum and keep it on the Milo wallet. And I think that I think this is really going to turn out to be amazing. Then on top of that, a way to be able to use a credit card with the Milo wallet. And I think they have a really nice financial product that's going to help Electroneum pretty dramatically going forward. So I'll leave it to that. Hey, Eric, I see you gave me a shout out there. I appreciate that. That's real kind of you. That's really super, and I do appreciate the super chat. You didn't ask any questions, but I do appreciate the You Rock Dino, and I'll definitely put that toy into the kitty to get some new equipment and what have you to make the show better just for you, Eric. Appreciate it. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's start. I'll start from. All right, Dave saying, I downloaded the app and registered about 20 minutes ago and just received my activation. That was faster than I was expecting. That is really good. 20 minutes, you really can't beat that. I think that they, in the testing part, I guess that they didn't have online staff or the processes, so it took me a lot longer. And it seems like they're really taking this seriously. That's pretty good. Now, there's always going to be an exception to every case, but that's excellent that you get yourself registered in 20 minutes. And this is the types of things that make me feel good. That I'm sure they're getting bombarded with people. There's absolutely no reason why you wouldn't sign up for an account with these guys. If you have Electroneum, whether you put money into the wallet or not, there's no reason why you wouldn't set this thing up so that you have an access point, and you have another wallet, another place to be able to save your Electroneum or to squirrel it away or what have you. So now, as far as purchasing purchasing Electroneum, I think there will be limits. I believe in the United States, $500 is like the maximum transaction without getting a flag. So in other words, if I want to go to the bank and deposit money into my dad's bank account, all right, they will let me only deposit $500 a day. I can't deposit more than $500 a day. So my dad being on the other side of the state, it takes me 2 hours to drive there. I could just drive 5 minutes down the road and just deposit it into his bank account. So there's a limit of $500. So I would tend to think, and I happen to know that it's true, that $500 will be the maximum. I believe that you can purchase or on the credit card each day. So we'll find out what limits happens to what limits going forward. I don't know if there's a limit on how many Electroneum you can buy. If you have the credit in the phone, I'm sure it'll let you buy pretty much as many as you want as far as a transfer. But in the States here, $500 a day when you're working with electronic transfers, and if you're moving, if it's coming from your bank account or your credit card, I can't imagine the $10,000 being a maximum. Your credit card may question anything over $10,000 if you're trying to move $10,000 into the Milo wallet to buy Electroneum. The credit card company may or may not let the transaction go through. I don't know, but there will be. They're going to follow all of the USA rules. This is what keeps them regulated and registered. So, and then instead of, see, here's the thing: if you go, let's say you want to do more than $500, you're going to transfer $10,000 or $15,000. It causes a flag to go off. All right, so the rules are if anything over 10,000 has to be flagged, has to be sent up to the government to let them know, hey, there was a transaction for this much money. So instead of having to deal with that, they're staying within the guidelines, and they're going to say, hey, let's start everything off where nothing gets flagged. Okay, we don't want anything getting flagged right now. Let's start off with just using the up to these amounts, and this way everybody's transactions can go through, and you can only do so much every day, and everybody's happy. And I'm sure once everything gets rocking and rolling, they may change that as far as limits of what how much you can spend on a credit card each day or a debit card each day. It's the same as your bank. You have a debit card, you have a max of $500. You're not allowed to take more than $500 out of your credit or debit card every day. It'll be the same thing. All right, so that's the maximum. All right, let's see here. Crypto Man saying, I'm absolutely going to get that debit card. Yeah, I'm with you. Especially if it has a little Electroneum logo on it, powered by Electroneum. Yeah, definitely want to have one of those. David ETN, is this project connected to the 700 stores we talked about weeks ago? I don't know. What Electroneum's doing has nothing to do with what Milo's doing, and we all know that Electroneum right now is trying to get their FCA registration number, so they have nothing to say about nothing. They're laser focused on getting their registration number and are meeting that challenge head on, and they will do whatever it takes to get that registration number. So, and part of whatever it takes is not to cause any type of kerfuffle. Is that a word? Is that a thing? Is a kerfuffle an actual thing? I believe it is. Not to cause any kerfuffle. It's actually fun to say. So you're not going to hear anything out of Electroneum until they get their FCA approval. It doesn't make any sense, from my perspective. And if I was in their position, I would have a all hands on getting the FCA. I would lock down everything and make sure I don't paint any seagulls in the picture of the registration process, and get it taken care of. So that you can then move on with your business. So, but this here, I can't speak to that. I just can't speak to that, and I would tend to think that this would have nothing to do with anything that Electroneum has said in the past in any way. So this is a really neat project. That's being powered by the Milo wallet, and this is not something that's endorsed by Electroneum or promoted by Electroneum. It's this is the Milo company. This has nothing to do with the Electroneum. The Milo company is using, because ETN is a public product. Can be used by anything to do whatever they want to do with it. Casinos are using it, and you and me are using it, and Splinterlands is using it, and Milo Wallet's using it, and they're making infrastructure to use the what do they call it? The usability of the coin, or the utility. There we go. The utility of the coin, because it's a utility coin. All right, and it's for the public to use, and they use it however they see fit. And Milo Global has seen fit a really cool way of using it, and in providing services, that these guys are going to be the first ones. They're going to have first mover advantage, and and if they keep it going, they're going to do really well. All right. Let's see. Yeah, Eddie was saying, yeah, the banks already have control of your money. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see. Are they fully regulated? Yes, so Eddie's asking, were they fully regulated in the USA so they won't be shut down by the SEC? Yes, they are fully regulated and follow all rules from what I was told. So this is how they are able to keep money in the wallet. The exchange is being processed through a exchange company with a money transfer license that has all the money transfer licenses. Everything is done by the book. All right. Crypto Man saying, buy $500 on the Milo wallet and it may buy you a red fast Lambo. Check out that video. That's my song video that I made, the red fast Lambo. If you want a good laugh, you can check out that video. It's kind of funny, but for sure. All right. Malcolm's out there. He says, hey, Dino, I'm new to your show, and it was wonderful to know you lived in New York and understand the restrictions because I listened to you last week, and it was very informative. Appreciate that. Yeah, no, I worked in Manhattan, and I lived on Long Island, and that was many moons ago. But I've lived all over the world, all over the country. I think I've been through like every state except for Alaska and Hawaii. And Oregon. I just won't go to Oregon. Maybe the outskirts, the none of the cities in Oregon. I won't get chased by a latte drinking guy. Let's see. DigispinCrypto.com. Yeah, Christopher's put out here. Obviously, the DigispinCrypto.com. You guys can check out. I've created that for you guys, and it's a website that I've created specifically for folks that want to get coin prices, and I have some special things for Electroneum. I have the technical analysis meter right here on the home page for Electroneum and Bitcoin. I've got the hot link up here, so you can click on Electroneum, and of course, all of the coins and current prices. I have real-time charts on here for you. I've been trying to add things that you've been asking for, so you can get real-time information. Whether if you want to do the 5-minute Bitcoin, and you can see what's going on. And then I put Electroneum down here, so if you want to get the charts for Electroneum, so you can see here. Somebody put in a big buy. That's on the 5-minute. Let's go to the 1 hour. And I wanted to bring this up for Electroneum. And at some point, I'll probably do another pricing schedule for Electroneum. We're seeing this down resistance, and right now it's in a bearish momentum, but it's being held up at the 65 sats. And I don't expect it to really come down. And then once we get the oscillation out of the bear and coming back up, Electroneum is going to continue its upward climb. Keep that in mind. I don't believe this is over yet. And when it gets to a peak point on the daily, it will definitely need to do a little bit of retracing like this here. And I have a feeling that we're going to cycle mainly sideways for a while until that oscillation can return and we can continue our climb. On my last video, I did call that Electroneum was going to hit 70 to 100 sats. And before we'll start to see anything be concerned, we hit that 75 sat. So I was pretty happy about that. I saw that coming. And you can get information on the Digispin Crypto Telegram channel. We have a lot of really great folks out there, and I communicate almost on a daily basis regarding Electroneum and where it's at and the price and new things that are coming out for it. It's a good group of folks. Feel free to join. Don't cost you anything. All right. So I don't see any other major questions, and we will call it then for this particular topic. I will be back with other really cool topics for Electroneum. Mark my words. Appreciate you guys visiting. I appreciate the super chat that Eric dropped on my shoulders here. It was real nice of him. And I will see you guys next time. All right.